Hello and welcome back to TEW 2016, the branding solution, and we are here with Smackdown for episode 120, and we're going straight into the pre-show like we always do, where we give G Next an easy tag team victory. We move on to Becky Lynch picking up a win over Caramel Jacobs. Seems like we're seeing what we can do with some of the NXT. I feel like I should bring a few more up because my weakest ones aren't very good, so I need some more to bring through. But the SAS pick up a win over Angel Rose and Stacey Frazier. Not the two best, obviously. Barely used Angel Rose. Stacey Frazier isn't really going the right direction either. Carmella defeats Erin Knight on Erin Knight's first appearance for me. Yeah, it was just to see what we could do with this one. It's a young talent. We'll see how far we can make her go. Dana Brooke defeats Ludaka, who again I'm just trying to slowly build up, but I need to give Dana a win, give her a little bit of confidence. Summer Rae then picks up a win over Evie. This is another one who could be one of my potential call-ups. Again, we'll see where we decide to go with this. Angel Williams and Eva Marie pick up a win over Jamie Jameson and Joyce O'Brien. I gave Eva Mendes, Eva Marie the win. Seemed like the best choice because Angel Williams is way over already. And then Paige defeats Katrina Lee. Katrina Lee's moaning about not being on the show enough. And I do know I like a good faction, and Katrina Lee's experience could be the lead of a low-ranked faction. We start the show with Sasha and Bayley. Sasha coming out, calling out Bayley to apologise about being late to stop her beatdown last week. And Bayley throws out a hug. We're playing the whole Bayley's a slightly naive young woman. Sasha's using her to make sure she stays on top and has an ally. And Alexa Bliss decides to come out and try and play a little bit of a game between them, putting a wedge between them, and saying that she's the one that's going to find herself a partner to take the 2 on in the main event tonight. And it's a good 90 to start the show. Taryn Terrell defeats Taylor Made. Easy win. Botched interference from Nia Jax. And Mickie James also distracted Taylor Made. A 62 is a good rating. I am, as I've said, pushing Taylor Made out the company slowly. And this is the continuation of her downfall. We have some backstage footage now. With Nia Jax out at ringside. Carmella is alone backstage, watching on, and all you see is Ember Moon standing in the background of the shadows, and Carmella doesn't notice her. So this is building up more to the tag team match. I know I've done this angle with Ember Moon before. I like the mysterious side to the first time I saw Ember Moon, to the I cut a lot of promos one. So I'm keeping her a more mysterious character. It's worked. 76 is a great rating. The Forgotten Generation needed a big tag team. Well, don't need it, but just wanted them to have a tag team win on the first show of the year. They beat the Psycho Ward again. And then they get beat down by the hold of Dangerously Beautiful, who are sending their message saying those titles definitely theirs this time. We move on to Naomi defeating Ashley Lane in a rating of 60, which I don't think is too bad, really. Seen a lot worse in the past. They will be facing each other in tag team action at the pay-per-view. I believe it was Breakdown. Edge sits down with Oscar to have an interview about the Intercontinental match, and Summer Rae You know the sort of thing we get here. Bit of a serious type of interview. I use Edge for a bit more star power. So yeah. Nikki Bella picks up a win over Levy Bates. I like the idea of this because Levy Bates is probably the next, what I would call person I know the least about on the women's card that will get the chance to replace TaylorMade as the one I might push to the top. Always giving us good performances in the ring, so yeah, we'll see. And after the match, Nikki Bella cuts a promo on Becky Lynch, sending out her warning like you do against the opponents. Mickie James picked up a nice win. I only needed one match just to give her a win. We have Sasha and Bayley discussing how they're going to win again tonight, or try and win this time tonight, what they're going to do to work together, etc., etc. You know what they do. And then we have Natalya defeat Alea. Natalya is really stuck for a match coming into the pay-per-view. Her opponent I had planned has now been injured, so we have to think of a new option. Now we've done this to build up to the idea of the Royal Rumble. Edge is backstage and he is interrupted by all of these women who say, "What are you doing for the Royal Rumble? Are we going to have our own women's Royal Rumble?" So we have Alexa Nicole, Brooke Adams, Candice LeRae, Cameron, Lovely Bates, Taylor Hendricks and Mandy Leon. And they're all pointing out that if they could be in a Rumble, they could make the impact they haven't quite had the chance to do. And Edge says, "We'll make the announcement at the pay-per-view of what's happening with the Royal Rumble." And then he books them in, throws them all out there, says, "Get out to the ring, have yourself an 8-woman match, and show me what you can all do." And the D shows you what they can do. This is why they're not getting used that much. So we throw in, I think I went with Taylor Hendricks to pick up the win, yeah. So yeah. And then we have Paige, who comes to the ring, grabs the chair, says she's not going to strike until she gets what she wants, and that is the match with Emma. Edge comes out and says he's the boss, orders Paige to be taken out of the ring, and security is taking Paige, but then Emma comes out, attacks Paige, and hits her with her finisher. I think that's quite a good little segment. A 79 works well, which leads into Charlotte coming out before her match, grabbing a mic, warning Bayley that this is what will happen to you once I finish with you. You don't have to worry about no Sasha Banks problem. You've got to deal with a Flair problem. And Charlotte defeats Asuka. It was meant to be Summer Rae that interfered, not Dana Brooke. I'm not quite sure why. Never mind. Oh, it was because it's a tainted win, rather. Yeah, never mind. I didn't want Asuka to lose clean. Alexa shows her partner, and it is Emma. So Alexa Bliss and Emma are coming into the main event. And our main event gets a what? Is it really? They have no chemistry. Great. That was not good. A 68 is terrifying. And Paige did interfere as well, getting a revenge on Emma. We end the match or the show with a celebration, continuing a potential turn. But this is going to be an awful show. 72, that's one of the worst I've had in a long time. Not a good start to the year. And we are back to the main screen to see how bad that last show affected everything. Just retirement. We'll worry about it in the future. We have Curtis Axel renewing his contract. We are happy with that. And Apollo Crews wants a pay rise. I have no issue with that. You may have seen somebody we were signing, but never mind. Someone else is after someone we're after. We'll worry about it. See if they come in. They come in. Summer Rae doesn't connect with the fans. She has a little upside. From Paige. Interesting. Never mind. We'll worry about that another time. Chances are she's not going to win the Intercontinental. It's just there for the benefit of helping Asuka continue on up the rankings. Smackdown is really struggling with the storylines, but they're all consistently 60s, which is quite good. But when we have to have at least two in the 77s, we are tantalisingly close from not having that, which is kind of worrying. Shockwave will be re-looking at certain things soon, so we'll be ending the show there, and we'll be back next time for Shockwave to start these new storylines.